Hello everyone, thanks for watching this video here. This is titled Another Profitable Week, and it's my ABC Free Signals review for last week, May the 30th to June the 3rd. It's for the free trade signals I sent out, and in a moment we're going to review them. Now, in this video, I'm going to review a lot of trades, 7 in total. The good news is that we ended last week with 3 winners in a row. Thumbs up for another profitable week. But it wasn't a great week. There's always room for improvement. I want to ask you, do you review your own trades? And what do you look for? You know, amateur traders only focus on the results, the wins or losses. Simply, if the trade lost, it was a bad trade. If the trade won, it was a great trade. The point is, they miss out on all the real opportunities to learn much more. Now, pro traders, on the other hand, review mainly their process, what worked and what didn't, and thinking back on their trade decisions and their strategy rules. Now, what about you? Are you reviewing your trades as an amateur or pro trader? Well, let's dive in and take a more detailed look at this past week's trades. Okay, now this is me right here. My name is Martin. I'm a proud Canadian trader, and you can see the red maple leaf right over here. If you want to receive my trade signals, please send me your email to mine right here. You can send your email to mskyj007@gmail.com. Okay, I've been putting together and sending out free Forex signals without any cost to anyone for about 1.5 years now. And like I said, there's no cost, there's no form to fill out, there's no opt-in form, there's no credit card information. It's absolutely free, so why wouldn't you want to try it? Anyways, again, send your request to receive my free signals at mskyj007@gmail.com. Okay, now before we actually look at the charts, there are a number of trades that we did take for last week. I want you to pay attention to my humble disclaimer. My free signal service is an educational program only. I'm trying to teach you how to trade correctly and not give you any specific investment advice. Always remember, risk money management is the most important thing to trading. And for the newbies out there, start trading on a demo account only. Okay, so let's take a look at last week. First of all, there were 3 trades held over from the previous week, okay? We're talking the previous week prior to May the 30th to June 3rd. Now, on May 24th, I sent out a free trade signal to sell the USD versus the Japanese yen. It ended up being a loss approximately for 98 pips, and it did hit our stop loss. So we controlled our loss with a stop loss. And guys, that is so important. Never open up a trade without putting in a stop loss. Okay, so this one lost 98 pips, and this currency pair, the US, depreciated against the Japanese yen by 0.74%. Okay, now on May the 25th, the next day, and again, this is before last week. Okay, I did send out a signal to buy the British pound Canadian dollar. Guys, it lost as well for 90 pips, and it did hit our stop loss. So again, we contained our loss from becoming even greater. This was a smaller loss, okay? This currency pair depreciated by 0.55%, okay? Now, the next day, and again, that was before this past week, on May the 26th, I sent out a free signal, buy the Euro USD. This was a winner. For 45 pips, it hit our first take profit, and the euro appreciated by 0.42%. So, guys, with the held over trades, we had one loss, we had a second loss, and then we had a nice winner. Okay, now this recent week, and we're talking about the week again from May 30th to the June 3rd. On May 31st, I sent out a free signal. Buy the USD Japanese yen. It became a big winner, guys, for 144 pips. It did hit our second take profit and went beyond that. So that's what the plus sign means. And this currency pair appreciate 0.83%. Okay, so great winner there. Then on June the 1st, I sent out another free signal. Buy the New Zealand dollar versus the Japanese yen. It was a winner for 82 pips. It hit our second take profit target, and it went a little bit beyond that. It's good. This currency pair appreciated 0.91%. So another really good win there. Okay, so we started last week off on the correct foot. Then on June the 2nd, in my email, I sent out an interesting email. I said, sell the British pound, New Zealand dollar, or buy the Australian Swiss franc. Okay, so I kind of gave you a choice where you could choose one over the other. You could choose both trades or none. Anyways, that was my email on June the 2nd. And currently, these trades are still open. They did not significantly go higher or lower. They're kind of in the middle. And we're going to look at the charts in just a moment. But right now, both trades are still open. Okay, so that's what happened this past week. The total pips won after the two losses and these winners. We still gained 83 pips. That's over 24 weeks. Okay. And that averages out to about 192 pips per week, which is awesome, guys. So if you're with me right from the beginning, this is what you'd be averaging, about 192 pips per week. That's pretty good. Okay, and to date, from the beginning of October, since I started keeping all these stats, okay, from October 2021, we've now gained over 4,630 pips. For total appreciation of currency appreciated 28.99%. And again, this is over 24 weeks. So congrats for you sticking with me, for taking the trades. And I do want to mention one quick thing to especially the new people watching this video for the first time. I take each and every trade signal I send out. That's full transparency, guys. So when I send you a signal, I take the signal, I take the trade myself, and hopefully you're following along. And guys, we're in good money territory after 24 weeks. Okay, let's take that off and continue on with the very first trade. It was this one on May 24th, sell US Japanese yen. Let's take a look, see what happened. Excuse me. I'm going to open up the entry chart right here. You can see on this particular date, okay, and that was May the 24th. This is what I saw, okay, when I sent out the signal. I saw this big black bearish candle. There's the little bit of an arrow. There's the signal. And I was thinking that price would definitely, from here, continue going down, hitting at least our first take profit of 126.14. Our second take profit of 125.68. So when I send out the signal by email, guys, and that's why I need your email so I can send them out to you. I give you the entry in this case for the sell US Japanese yen. The entry was sell at 126.88. Okay. Here's the stop loss 128.60. Okay. And our first take profit and our second take profit. Okay, so that's exactly what I saw in my charts when I sent you the signal. Okay, and now I want to close that down. Let's take a look, guys. We got in right here at 126.88. Okay, we got in right about at the end of this candle. Okay, you can see that in the entry window. So we got here the end, the close of that candle. We got in right about there, okay? And the next day, you can see it went down a bit. Let me just take that off. So we got in here at this vertical line. You can see that. So it's on this candle as it was forming, okay, after 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The next day, it kind of went down a ways, went up, and you can see also it stopped right there. So it was kind of a doji, guys. The next day, another smaller doji, okay, and then the next day, price started going up. On one of my emails, I asked you to lower your stop loss from 128.68 down to 127.83, and you can see with this candle, guys, we got stopped out again at the one. This is a newly revised stop loss in an email I sent to you from this level down to here, 127.83. Okay, so I asked you to lower the stop loss in that email, and same email, I believe. I asked you to lower your take profit from 126.14 to 126.43, thinking that the next day might have a chance to at least hit this. Now, it didn't, so and that ended up becoming a losing trade. Guys, we can't win anything, but we can learn. We can learn from everything that we do. And in this case, this was a very large candle here, guys. I really expected it to go down further. It looked good here and here with the indicators down below, but instead it reversed, and it looks like no, it even looks like it went below recent support there. So this was kind of a fake downward price movement. It was a fake to the downside, and it reversed and went back up. Okay, so that's the very first trade signal I sent out. Sell the US Japanese yen. Let's take a look at the next one. Sell the US. Okay, let me just click. There we go. Buy the British pound Canadian dollar. I sent out the signal on May the 25th, guys. Let's take a look at the entry. Okay, so at our entry, this is what I saw. Price went up, went above our detail line. The next day was kind of a resting candle, then went up again. Here's our signal. Everything looks good down below, and we got in right here at 161.19. So just as this candle was forming. Okay, so when I sent out the free trade signal, price was already moving higher. Okay, and here's the stop loss. Here's the first take profit target, second take profit target. Okay, so let me just take that down, and let me minimize the window so we can actually see what happened. Okay, guys, this was our entry right here. Okay, it was the buy British pound CAD. After this candle here, I thought price was going to go higher, up to at least our first second take profit level. And again, you can see what happened. Price went up to, price did go up and just short of our first take profit level by just a few pips. Okay, by about 3 pips, I believe it was. So crazy, 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 guys. It just didn't go high enough. And then the next day down a bit, and then down, 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 down. Okay, so again, everything looked good on our entry, and that did not work in our favor. Okay, and like I said, price went up again, fake to the upside, and just went down against us. Okay, so again, this was a losing trade. So 2 losing trades from the held over trades. Okay, and again, this is the buy British pound Canadian dollar. Now we get to look at the very first trade of last week. Okay, and that was the buy Euro USD. Let's take a look at our entry window. This is what I saw when I sent out the trade signal to you guys. Okay, so our entry was 1.0730. First take profit, you can see that there. Second take profit, and our stop loss. Okay, and guys, everything looked good down below. Right here, this was our signal candle. There's our signal. Everything looked good down here, and I thought price was going to go higher, at least hit our first take profit and our second take profit level. That didn't happen, guys. Okay, so let me just take that off, and let's take a look at the big chart. Okay, This is the entry chart. I'm minimizing that. And you can see here, we got in at 1.0730 at this green line, okay, right here, okay. The previous candle was the signal candle. We got in here, and I was thinking that for sure price is going to go higher to at least hit our first take profit target or our second take profit. I wasn't expecting price to go down. Okay, now let's take that off, and you can see on this day after we got in, or we got in right here, it went up, went down, and closed. Bit of a doji. I believe we might have been winning at that point in time by just a few pips. The next day it went up. See, very nice candle to the upside. And see this candle right here? Okay. This candle right here hit our first take profit target. Okay, so with this white candle, we hit our first take profit target of 1.0776, guys. And the next day after that, price just reversed and then went down lower, and now it's gone up. And I believe price may even go up a little bit higher or sideways from here. But anyways, that was our entry right here, guys. You can see everything looked good down below. So it's just one of those things where price didn't go in our direction and returned and went down lower, and now has bounced up above the DTL line, which is so far the 21 exponential moving average, or the 21 EMA. Okay, so that's the Euro USD. That was a winner. It did hit our first take profit target of 1.0776. Now we get on to the next trade, and this was by US Japanese yen. Now here is our trade entry window. This is exactly what I saw. I saw this candle with the signal down below. Look good here, look good here with the indicators below the chart. And when I saw price was already starting to move a little higher, but I definitely thought for sure after this candle, the signal candle, price would go higher to hit at least our first take profit target of 129.31 or our second take profit target of 1.2976. Again, our stop loss here at 1.2719. So let me just take that off and collapse this window. Okay, we'll minimize that, and let's take a look, see what happened. Well, we got in right here. Okay, we got in right here. This was the signal candle, just like as in the small picture here that I opened up with. So we got in here, and you can see price the next day shot through the moon, went up really high. Not only did it hit our first take profit target of 129.31, but our second take profit target of 129.76. And you can see in the meantime, price actually blew past, went up to here, blew past our second take profit level, 129.76. It came back down the next day. It's called a resting candle because it's still gives us every indication out price is going to go higher. And you can see from here, from the close of this candle, if you would have kept any positions open, you would have gone up to here, all the way up to here, and that would have been a really good massive trade. So anyways, we closed this trade. It was very profitable. It did hit our second take profit level of 129.76 with our entry candle. Okay, so congrats to all of you who took this trade and made some profits on that one as well. Okay, the trade right here. Let me open up the trade entry window, guys. Okay, and there we go. This is exactly what I saw. So so I sent out the signal 84.29 was the entry, guys, and that was right here. So you can see this is our signal candle right here with the little blue arrow. That's our signal candle. We get in after the at the next candle that opens, and remember we're talking about the daily candles. We're not on a smaller time frame like the 5-minute, 15-minute, or 1 hour time frames. We are on the daily time frames, which means that all the charts that we're working off are the daily time frames. Okay, so in this case, you can see we got in right here, expecting price to go at least to 84.76 or beyond. And I'm going to collapse that now just to show you exactly what happened. Okay, let me collapse that. There we go. And on the big picture, on the big chart, okay, so this was our entry, guys, right here. Oh, let me just take that off and I'll start afresh. So here's the entry, 84.29. And this was a signal candle. You can see the signal candle. This is our entry candle, guys. And right away, this price shot to the moon, went all the way up and hit our second take profit target of 85.06. So you can see this was an incredible winning trade and profitable. And that's what we needed after 2 previous losses. Okay, so congrats to all of you who took this trade to buy New Zealand Japanese yen. Let me just clear the screen for a second. And now we're going to get on to the 2 other trades. On June the 2nd, I sent you sell the British pound New Zealand dollar, guys. This is what I saw. And let's open that up. Okay, so right here, you can see our entry, or this was the signal candle. Okay, so after this candle, I issued out the sell trade right there. It looked like it was going to go further down, okay, to at least hit our first take profit level of 190.92 or our second take profit level. Now, the one thing right here that I noticed is that this was a signal right here, and this was a huge, beautiful bearish candle. So we got in a little bit late, and sometimes I call something like this as a train leaving the station. We don't want to run after the train that's already left the station. In this case, price kind of just reversed the next day. So let me just take that off, okay? And I'll collapse the window again. Just minimize that so we can get a good look at the big picture right here. So we got in right here, 191.63 right there. Price went down a bit, then went all the way up to here and then closed down here. So kind of just a slight bullish doji. And I kind of think this is like a resting candle where I still think price is going to go down further. I've also, in my review, I put for you the see this big blue zone here. This is what's called this support zone. So I believe price from here could still hit our first take profit and go to our second take profit and end up here somewhere. Take a look to the left side, guys. Let me just collapse that. Okay, I want you to get a better look at what's happening on the left side. So you can see these price ended up going down to here, then going back up with this long lower wick. Price ended up going all the way down here and then up. And now price with good momentum, well, fairly good momentum, price is going down, and I think price will still go down. So this is the zone where price could go and end up at. Okay, so again, this trade is still open. Hold on to it. Let's watch to see what happens at the open of the session Sunday and Monday, guys, and just keep your eye on that. Okay, and then finally, we have one more last trade on that same day, June the 2nd. Okay, I sent you this one as well. Buy the Australian Swiss franc, and I did say you can take one or both trades. It's up to you. Both were valid, okay? And you can see again, let's take a look at our entry window. So this is exactly, I think I got the wrong entry window. Okay, I don't have that here, so this is wrong, so just ignore that. Okay, but you can see, I'll just go over it from the beginning. When I sent out the signal, this was the buy here at 0.6954, our stop loss, our first take profit 0.6984, our second take profit 0.7012, right? So we kind of right here, guys, this is the signal candle, beautiful bullish signal candle with a lot of momentum to the upside. Okay, you can see that down below. And the next day, instead of going a little, it did go up a little bit higher, okay, and then went down lower. And this was also, I think, non-farm payroll Friday. So major news announcement, but I don't know if this pair was affected by it. But anyways, it closed up a bit of a bearish doji. I still think this is a resting candle. And from here, again, we'll have to watch on Sunday and Monday, the opening of our trading session for this week. If price is going to go higher, I still believe it will hit at least our first take profit target or our second take profit target. So we'll just have to keep watch, have some patience, guys. These were the 7 trades for this week. It seems like a lot of trades. One last thing I did want to mention. Here's our resistance zone. So I think from here, price could certainly hit our resistance zone. That's just on top of price right here. And you can see, look at the candles to the left again, guys. You can see where the wicks ended up being right here in this zone. Price right here, you can see actually went even above the zone and above the zone here. So I still think from here price is gonna go higher, and we'll just have to take we'll just have to wait. Okay, and so these were all the trades for last week. Okay, these are all the reviews. Hopefully you learned something from that. And I want to now go talk about one last thing. Okay, and let me just get to that. This is our inspirational message for this week. Review all your trades with the purpose of making small steps in order to become better. Focus on the process and not the results. By the results, I mean, the wins. If your trade just won or your trade just lost, you have to dig a little bit deeper and find out why they won or why they lost, and see if you can improve yourself. So these are the steps here, and I got this from another website. It was so good that I'm just borrowing it, and I think it's really, really good. You could take a look at this. So these are the small steps that you got to take and work on consistently. The first step is you've got to look at your Forex trading and how to lose a lot less than you are right now. Okay, so right here, what you want to do is avoid losers that cost you the big losses, like the 20%, 30% or more of your account balance. And that's because you probably weren't using stop losses, or you just let your losses run, right? But this is the first step right here, guys. Okay. And the next small step or baby step is try to go for your break-even trading. So what you want to do is further eliminate your mistakes and develop discipline. And when you have discipline, then you're going to be very fixated on your money management. And I teach you all along with every trade we take, when price hits our first take profit level, the stop loss is automatically moved up to just above your entry, which makes the rest of the trade a break even or a free trade. Okay, so I give you the tools already if you're following my program, and that's the next baby step that you got to take. Make sure many of your trades hit the break even trading. Okay, and then the next baby step you want to achieve is you want to make some very small profits, right? Before you can make the big profits, you need to have some smaller profits. So you identify your personal problems and tweak them you want to tweak your individual strategy so that you do consistently make small profits. Okay, so that is the third biggest step. Okay, and that's really important. And then the fourth step is consistent profits. You could do this by adjusting, tweaking, and constantly improving. And then you just keep doing this over and over again. So basically just a very simple inspirational message showing you the steps required to become a good trader, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this, and we're pretty well finished. So I'm going to basically, before I say goodbye, if you're new to this YouTube channel and you're watching this for the very first time, and you want to receive my basic free trade signal, send me your email address. There's no obligation honestly, guys, there's no obligation, no opt-in form, no credit card information to sign up, and you can get these free of charge, the free trade signal. Send your email with your name and the country that you're from. Okay, at least give me your first name and send it to my email right here. You can see mskyj007 at gmail.com. Again, it's mskyj007 at gmail.com. Okay, so that's my email address. I look forward to getting your email, guys. And last thing I want to say is cheers from Canada. I'll talk to you again in the next video. If you found this video useful or you learned something, then please click on the bell icon below the video and also hit the like button. Okay, so that's it. We'll talk to you again in next week's video. Take care. Bye for now.